In Health Watch, intermittent fasting is a popular diet trend that could help you lose weight and improve your health. But doctors can't seem to agree on the best fasting schedule. New research in the journal Cell Metabolism found that success in volunteers who fasted for 36 hours and then ate for just 12. In fact, the trial found improvements even in people who ate anything they wanted for those 12 hours. That includes pizza, hamburgers, even donuts. Well, Dr. Neetha Ogden is here to discuss this. She's an internal medicine specialist and joins us now. So, Dr. Ogden, why is it so mixed when it comes to fasting and what doctors agree on?
Yeah, so there's no doubt that we've seen actually evolutionary for human beings, fasting is something that our bodies are used to and can do. And data has shown us that fasting and intermittent fasting can lead to great health benefits, cardiovascular benefits. The big key thing that you often hear about is that it actually increases longevity, that aging markers actually go down. Inflammatory markers that are associated with aging go down when people are fasting. So there is a lot of merit behind fasting. And now these studies are trying to make it doable. There's the 16-8 diet or the 5-2 diet. Now we have the alternate day fasting diet, which we've been calling the fast or feast diet.
So you've got the 5-2, which you can have 500 calories 2 days a week, and then the others you just eat normally.
Right.
And then the 16-8, where you fast for 16 hours and you eat for 8, and then this alternative day fasting, which almost for a day and a half, 36 hours, and then you eat for just 12. I mean, some of these sound so extreme.
Yeah.
Are people really losing weight on these diets?
Right. So the remarkable thing about this diet is that in 4 weeks, so they looked at these volunteers for 4 weeks, they did find that they had marked changes in weight, in body composition, a decrease in their abdominal and truncal fat content.
Why do you think that is?
Because they actually had 37% reduced calorie intake, even though they were in those 12 hours indulging in things like pizza and hamburgers. And the remark that the authors of the study had was that the participants felt that this diet was actually doable. They felt that they were able to be more compliant with this diet because, in fact, they could indulge. But keep in mind, people who recommend, and nutritionists who recommend even doing intermittent fasting, believe that those hours when you eat, you shouldn't necessarily just be having everything you want. You should be really thinking about nutrients and balance and a healthy diet overall.
So when you talk about fasting, what do you think is really the key to success to weight loss and keeping it on?
I think ultimately I think fasting here and there does have merits. And if you can incorporate it into your life and your lifestyle in a doable way, it is going to have some health benefits. But there are larger elements of diet that are important here. Eating a more plant-based diet. Actually, there's very consistent data there that leads to plant-based diet, meaning getting away from animal fats, eating more green leafy vegetables.
But what is it about the plant diet that makes such a big difference?
There's thinking that animal protein is inflammatory, and again, we're speaking about inflammation and inflammatory effects that can lead to cardiovascular problems, cancer risk, and also like aging, premature aging, that people are younger and they're fitter if they're eating more of a plant-based diet.
So bottom line, I know everyone is different and you can't sort of prescribe a general diet, but what would you say for people who are considering fasting? What do you think the best method is?
I think really you need to first check in with your doctor and know yourself. If you're, for example, somebody who works out a lot and is an athlete, you want to think twice before you're fasting for 36 hours. Where are you going to get your fuel and your nutrients? If you're a busy, parent or somebody who works, again, you might end up quite cranky in those 36 hours. Think about your lifestyle and see if it fits, because that's the only way that it's going to actually work. And at the end of the day, doctors and nutritionists really feel that these kinds of diets are extreme, and if you can make daily changes that are healthy rather than extreme ones that do incorporate exercise, you will end up in a better, more long-lasting place.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because I get hangry and then they start handing me snacks around
here. And that's a big thing. You end up binging or eating all the wrong foods. You don't want that.
I don't recommend eating the cookies that CTM offers after 4 o'clock when you're hangry and on a fast. Dr. Neetha Ogden, I want to thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate your time.